generic Super Bowl pick because we were
God, I have no
supposed to
idea.
ask people?
No idea. I did go through the USA Today, and they had all the things that you could bet on today, like
Although
over under. If I were a betting person, I'm not allowed to, but I think the 59 points, no way are they going to score that many. I can tell you that. I'll go with the Patriots. That's not very exciting, but
All right. Okay. So yesterday
yeah,
we talked consistency a
Mhm.
little bit more.
right.
How do we figure out, and how is it just getting over that hump and finding that?
Yeah. The way I felt after the game, same way I felt after watching the film. We played incredible defense. We played our guts out on the defensive end. We didn't take offense seriously enough. If we'd have played as hard on offense, if we had 100 shots the way we defended shots with the same energy level, we would have been fine. Our timing was really off, and Boston College gives you a quick shoot, catch and shoot, but not the later catch and shoot. You got to, as you're approaching your shot, you got to be ready to let it fire, or they'll take it away from you. So it's our timing. The looks we had against North Carolina were completely different than Boston College, and I knew that going into the prep. So I'm not panicked in any sense of the imagination, but we got to work harder on offense.
Do you guys even think about at this point the seedings? I know they came out with the first round last week, or like their projected
Yeah, no.
16.
I haven't talked to it. I mean, you can't keep the kids from doing their own internet searches. I honestly was just sitting with my staff and looked at the RPIs, the NCAA RPIs, just out of curiosity, and we're real solid. We're really good, in good shape. But the conference standings, the conference isn't that even in terms of who your double games are. So, and because there's so many teams, the conference race is about, the conference tournament and getting the bye, but it's where you finish in this conference. It's so national at this point. We don't talk about it as much. You do, the tournament's a big deal and where you finish, but I mean, I truly believe that we're going to get 8, 9, 10 in the tournament. I mean, especially if I just looked at the RPIs of everybody. So it's a matter of being in that upper half. But for example, our double games are against Virginia Tech and Florida State. Now, I can cry in my soup about that. 2 ranked teams. Oh, my God, their RPIs are in the top 30. I mean, Florida State's RPI is like 6. Or I can say, well, thank God, because that's helping our RPI. So it's really becoming the conference race. Everybody plays everybody once. You play your 2 teams twice. It's a little different on the men's side. So it's more so, Syracuse is going to need higher RPI games, but their double games aren't against those teams. So, us and Syracuse, our RPI is higher than Syracuse, although they beat us. So it's just kind of getting to be more national than it is just the conference race.
Is that one of the goals coming into the season hosting?
Oh yeah. I mean, we probably have to win out to get that goal right now, but I don't know because we have so many opportunities still ahead of us. I mean, we have a road game against Wake Forest, and their RPI is phenomenal. We have a road game at Florida State. You win those road games in women's basketball, the road game RPIs count more, and then you're really sitting pretty. So it's in our hands.
You talk about the elevation of Mace's game, and she's been in
Yeah.
the starting lineup and what she's done since AC.
Yeah, she's just so. It's funny. She's so crafty. Her intellect is just so high. I think sometimes we had a meeting the other day. We watched film together, and sometimes she's like, "Well, I thought Jessica was going to do this, and then I thought Key was going to do that, and then that's why I did this." And I was like, "You know what? Congratulations for being able to think a couple plays ahead or a couple seconds ahead." But she's almost blowing off the moment now, and she has to be just right in the moment. So if she's setting a screen, she's already thinking about the next read. And she's kind of missing her screens. And so she's somebody, which is such a great quality in a young player, especially a post player. But she's so cerebral that she has to just be a little bit more non-cerebral and just really just execute what she's supposed to do now. I'll be in the future. I'll coach you 2 seconds ahead, but you stay in the now. So that's I think helped her a lot.
How about the week JT had?
Oh,
Is she hitting it right when she needs to be hitting it?
Yesterday, things weren't great. And I said, you tired? Like, she didn't look right. And she was like, she was so insulted by that question, boy. And she's like, she kind of put her chin up at me and she said, Coach, you've been knowing me 4 years. I'm not tired. I'm fine. You know me. I said, all right, got out of her way. But then she hit those real big shots. I mean, she likes to be challenged. Earlier in her career, we kind of went at each other a little bit more. Now we're so on the same page. I got to remember sometimes to fight her a little bit just to keep her JT. I mean, keep her fuel going.
I was gonna say, is that part
That's
of it?
part of
She
it.
needs a little bit of
Absolutely. Absolutely, 100%. She's so fun to coach.
that. What about the competitiveness?
That's what I'm talking about. Like, the wake up. I mean, it was so funny. I said, well, something's wrong. Nothing wrong with me. Okay. All right. And boy, did that get her in her higher level zone, though. Well, she hit a huge response when they took the lead. A nice little composed jumper, about 10-foot jumper. That was a shot fake. They were giving her that, and she had hesitated earlier in the game, and she's just stroked it and just made all the plays for us. And then offensively, and then defensively, Kiki and Erica Davenport were in another world defensively yesterday. They truly were. When you watch film and you're happier with your defense than you even were during the game, that doesn't happen very often, but that happened for me with that performance. Those two, God, they were incredible. And Adrienne Motley, who gets no credit for her defense, has honestly, this senior year, she's been on the other team's best perimeter player the whole season, and she's done a phenomenal job, and she did it again last night when she blocked Hughes' shot there, but made great. She gets switched out on a big, and she gets a tie up. I mean, she played very cerebral too. She was very, very smart yesterday.
How fun is it to see them making this progression on defense?
Yeah, well, after Carolina now, we had to talk about defense, so it's just, I don't know. I don't think there's many teams in the league who can chameleon, make that a verb somehow, chameleon themselves that we can with our bench or with our lineup or starters or whatever, like whatever's required. So, we weren't clicking offensively, but defensively we needed some Herculean efforts, and I have that in Erica and Kiki. I had it in them. Mace did a nice job too, and if you got to shoot over somebody, then Laura Cornelius is doing that. If you need to attack the gaps, Jessica Thomas is doing that. But I had a hard time yesterday with my lineups because nobody was obviously great. Then they'll tell you that. They could all sit here right now and tell you that nobody was obviously great. So, but it was like I had to have Kiki and Erica on the court. And that was more important than any other factor about scoring or whatever was that defensive energy that those two brought.
I'll bug you with one more. If you
Oh, that's fine.
You've adjusted the lineup a little bit.
Yeah.
Some of it was necessity.
Yeah.
You didn't have Mott.
Right.
Just how tough is it to sit down some nights and pick a starting five?
Yeah, I don't know who I'll start against Wake Forest. That's honest. Hayes was she overslept an alarm. I wasn't some coach's decision not starting Hayes yesterday. It's just culture. She was late to film, so that's no secret, and that wasn't any big guru. Just it's what we do. Late to film. I'm sure she didn't do it on purpose. No one would do that on purpose, but you react to it and you respond, and it was fine because Bailey's playing so well. But there's a lot. Somebody like Najee Green got a little bit lost in the rotations yesterday, and you don't even realize it. It's because of the talent that we have. Sarah Mortensen deserves a lot more minutes than she's getting right now. She deserves them. She's going to get them in her future. She doesn't do anything wrong when she's in. But that she had a couple shots. I said, sorry, Sarah, you're a freshman. And if that's what you get, and we're dialing up plays, when she goes in, she's getting shots. We're dialing up plays for her, and she's got to shoot 70%. Because that might be all she gets. And she's like, I know. I got to make those. I mean, it's fine, but there's a lot of pressure within the team to perform. But that's a good problem to have.
I was just about to say, it's a good
Yeah,
problem to have.
because you never know what's going to be required. I mean, Sarah against Virginia Tech, we don't beat them without her. So you just never know. I don't ever know. It is a good problem to have. It requires a lot more work. Because I want to give everyone a chance because they're busting their tails in practice. So, I give them a chance. But does it disjoin us sometimes and cause more turnovers? Yeah, it does. But there's got to be 5 or 6 games this year that we would not have won if I was only rotating 8. We would not have won, and we'd be sitting here, we wouldn't have the wins we have. That's for sure. So that's a give and take of it all.
Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Safe travels.
Thank you.